What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, today we're going to open up these two boxes, care packages or gifts that came from a community member, and I'm going to reveal who actually sent them at the very end. Now, I kind of know what's in these, but I kind of don't, because I've cut the tape and kind of peeked, but I really don't know entirely. So let's go ahead and open these up together. We'll go with this one first. I was told to open the light one first. So this is what I saw originally when I cut the tape. And these, okay, let's look here. So these are NVIDIA AMD graphics card cooler with black backplate. And this is from Arctic. Now, so this is like an aftermarket. I haven't seen these before, to be honest with you, but I know these aren't completely uncommon. These are like a generic cooler and backplate for GPUs, which is pretty sweet. So, you know, you could take your stock ones and replace it with these. So there's 3 of these. One, which is amazing for someone to send these to me. And then there's a box here. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and open these here, because these, the tape's already cut off of these. Like, I don't, okay, I'm curious. Let's see what's inside here. Hang on, I gotta put this down. Can't do everything one-handed. Oh, interesting. So it's MSI. So it looks like somebody already used that and gave us the stock MSI cooler. So, okay, kind of confused, but still pretty cool. Thank you. So let's go ahead and see what's in the other ones here real quick. I don't want to be unappreciative, just surprised, that's all. Let's see. Okay, so this one, another MSI. I wonder what model that is. This seems pretty small. Okay, we got 3 of these, and they're really dirty. I feel like is this a troll? Like, is somebody messing with me? Okay, so we have a third one. Okay, so we have 3 of these Arctic Xtreme 4 coolers and backplates. Okay, so now let's see what's in this guy here. Okay, grab my knife. Hopefully, maybe it's more used hardware. Okay. So we got a bunch of these, which I'll take these. They're used, but that's okay. I have a bunch of these. Hopefully they work. Hopefully this isn't like more broken. Like, hopefully those coolers aren't broken. But these are a bunch of Sapphire Nitro fans, and these are really cool. I showed you guys in a previous video because the old one unhooks. Like, these literally just like pop in and out. They're so simple and easy. There's just 2 screws and you pop in new. So I wonder if these work. So here's what was in the first box, and I was told we had to open the first box. So MSI. Don't know what model is this, smaller. So a 4 gig model is my guess, and a bunch of Sapphire Nitro fans. So this is the next box. Now this is as far as we got. Cardboard. So let's take this. This is who it is. And no way. I think there's, how many video cards are here? What? All right, hang on. Can I undo this one-handed? I don't think I can. All right, you guys are looking the same time I am here. Okay, so let's cut this. These are wrapped really good, by the way. I know who this is from, but I don't know what it is. Sorry, I dropped my knife on the table. Holy cow, what in the world is this? What are we even looking at here? Okay, so this is the Arctic cooler, which I think is pretty sweet. Holy cow. Look at this heatsink. And look at these thermal pads in here. Look at those. These are insane thermal pads. I don't even know what graphics card this is. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I can't even see. I can't even tell what it is. It looks insanely dirty though. But look at the heat sinks on the back of this backplate. That's insane. So the backplate is got these massive heat sinks on it. I guess from, yeah, look at this. I've never actually seen these before. So it's got these massive backplates, the GPU's there, and then the massive heat sink. Look at the size of this heat sink. Like, it's a generic heat sink, so it's got these, like how it's meant for much larger cards. I don't know what card this is, so we're gonna have to plug these in and find out what card this is. But look at this frame, like what is this? Where was this? What was this hooked to? These definitely look like they have some age to them. Okay, let's see what the other ones are. Let's see if they're similar. Oh my gosh, it's so big. They look identical actually. Let me get the rest of these opened up, I'll be right back. Okay, so all three of these cards look to be the same. They're all 8-pin, is actually what I'm looking at here. But I'm not really sure what they are. They're all identical though. They're MSI, I can see here, and then also we have, of course, the heat sinks, but like, are the original heat sinks and cooler. Wow, this is insane. Like, I understand it's generic, and you know, this is set up to be used on like a multitude of different cards, but look how big that is. The cooling must be insane on these things. Wow. And these back plates and these thermal pads are, look at that. Look at that. You see the blue and the black? I mean, it's dirty as hell, but look how thick that is. Like, the cooling must be insane. There's so much, like, there's so much oil on these. Oh my gosh. I have so many questions. Like, one, why don't you keep your graphics cards cleaner? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take, oh, this one's actually bent. I'm gonna take one of these. Yeah, all three of these are actually bent on the end. We'll have to fix them. So, and what were these in? It's got these rails on it and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna shut down my test bench here, which is this one, this rig here, the little test bench we have up here, and let me go ahead and get these plugged in and see what in the world we're working with here. This is like a whole mystery GPU. I love it. All right, so let me go ahead and do that. One sec. Okay, so before we move forward, pause the video. What GPU do you guys think this is? Pause it now. I'd love to see who's right about this. What in the world was I sent? Not necessarily the aftermarket here, cooler and backplate, but what GPU was this originally? Our hint is, and our clues are, it was an MSI, it's a smaller card, so I'm really interested. So, what I did was I went ahead, and I actually had to use a GPU hanger and hang the card because it was too big for my test bench. So I hung the card. Thank you, GPUrisers.com. We went ahead and have the new riser here, USB cable. I put a Y splitter in coming off of the power supply PCI, and so we have that. That's the white splitter. We're going into the 8-pin and we're going into the 6-pin into the riser. So, and then we have our PCI riser card. So I'm gonna power this on. Look how hodgepodge this is, and figure out what in God's name this is right here, because I have no clue. Let's take a look here, see if it powers up even. Oh, it does. Look at this thing. Man, this cooler though is crazy cool. All right, let's give it a minute, and then we're gonna jump over to the computer and HIVEOS on our test bench and find out what in the world we were sent. Okay guys, you ready? You ready to find out what in the world this card was? We were sent MSI Radeon RX 570 4 gig cards. And these are the Hynix memory. So this is the one card. I assume all three of them are exactly 570s. I will go ahead and test and confirm that in just a minute. But this isn't, I mean, I'm very thankful. 570 4 gig cards, I'll absolutely take them. I'm gonna take these and put these to work. I have this Sapphire, big difference here. This Sapphire Pulse right here is a 570, so quite significant. In a previous video, we were talking about why I feel that MSI and ASRoX, they cheap out on this. I mean, granted, there's a shroud on this guy, but just the quality when it comes down to your heat piping, to your cooler, to everything, you know, MSI goes the bare minimum. We were talking about how it looks just like the scam card here, and then you have a Sapphire Pulse here. So I am not surprised this person went ahead and upgraded the entire cooling system for this GPU to this entire Arctic, which is actually pretty sweet. I'm actually gonna look this up. I'll put a link down below to this, guys, if you're interested in nabbing one of these. This is insane. I mean, if you got a card that's constantly overheating, this is a great solution. Full cooler and backplate, and the backplate's no joke. Like, traditionally your backplate is nothing. Look at this. This entire metal black is heat dissipators. That's all this does, is dissipate the heat, which is amazing. And then there's some huge thermal pads in this thing, which is nutty as anything. So anyways, let me go ahead. I'm going to plug in all three, validate their 570s, and let's see what type of hash rate we get on this sucker. Okay, so all three cards confirmed are the Radeon RX 570 4 gig card on Hynix memory here. So what I wanted to go ahead and do is, if you go over to what to mine, put in the 570 with our power cost, and you can take a look and see exactly what these do. So Ravencoin is the most profitable for these right now, which actually works out well being in the winter time. We're starting to approach winter time within Pennsylvania. If we take a deeper dive, the revenue on these is about $1.38 per day with a 22-cent cost for electricity. So it leaves us with $1.16 per day. If you go for profits there, if you take that $1.16 times 365, that gives us about $423.40 currently at the price of Ravencoin. Now we can see NiceHash Kapow up there a little bit, $1.11 right around that same price point. But look, Ethereum Classic not too far behind, and then ERGO not too far behind that. Now granted, Ethereum Classic is listed before ERGO, all because of the 24-hour here at the 1,044%. So I have actually been mining with this card, my other 570, the Sapphire Pulse that I showed you there. So I'll go ahead and load up. I have some overclock settings already out there. I'll put them in place now. We can take a look on ERGO, see how this does. So let me get that set up and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so my other overclock settings definitely didn't work with this 570. My other RX 570 is Samsung memory. This one's Hynix. It did not like my other settings there. I know my other card, the Sapphire Nitro, gets around 70 mega hash on ERGO. It looks like this is right about 60. Now granted, this is stock. I haven't done any overclock settings here, so it could definitely do better. Somewhere between 60 and 70, we'll call it in that regard. And yeah, I mean, and this is nutty. I'm excited for this RX 570. I can't wait to pick this person's brain who sent this to me. But let's go ahead and jump back to the camera, and we'll go ahead and wrap this up and talk about who sent me all this tech. Alrighty guys, so the mystery is solved. MSI RX 570 4 gig card. So what's our game plan here with these? Well, these, like, I seriously have to go wash my hands. They are so dirty and so oily. So I think in a future video, if you guys are interested, leave a comment down below, let me know. I think in a future video, we're going to strip these down And this is where I wish I had one of those ultrasonic cleaners, because it definitely needs it. But we're gonna strip these down, give them a deep clean, hardcore, and get them re-put back together, new thermal pads, new paste, everything like that, and we'll kind of see where we end up at the very end. Well, let's go ahead and talk about who sent me this 2 boxes of goodies. I love this old tech stuff. Thank you very much to this person, and give a huge shout out to them. So, you guys ready to find out? 3, 2, 1. This was sent to me by Anonymous Miner is actually the gentleman. If you guys aren't familiar, really nice guy, well-known member in the crypto mining community. He has a successful YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and put a link up to that right now and put a link down below. I would encourage you guys to go check out his channel. What a kind and just, man, I mean, somebody sent me their GPUs. Like, even though you might be like, oh my gosh, everything's disgusting and dirty, someone still sent me 3 graphics cards that you can mine with, which is unreal. Well guys, stay tuned, future video, we're gonna get down and dirty and clean these suckers. Thank you very much to Anonymous Miner for sending these over to me. Please go check him out. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care.